The numbers are staggering. Crime writer Patricia Cornwell has sold 100 million books in 36 languages in 120 countries.
Her new novel is the 20th featuring medical examiner Kay Scarpetta. The Bone Bed is about a woman who vanishes while digging for dinosaurs. Patricia Cornwell joins us at the table. Hello.
This is so much fun. Thanks for having me on.
No, congratulations.
I just tweeted you hello, by the way.
You did?
300,000 people.
Hello to you. I just marvel at what it must be like for you, because have you been to Times Square and seen this ginormous blow-up of you on Times Square?
I actually haven't seen it in person on this trip yet, but I'm certainly aware of it, and I saw it on one of your shows.
No, it's a blow-up of the book, and I'm thinking how far we've come from a little girl who, at the first book signing, nobody showed up.
Yes, in fact, the very first book I did, which was a biography of Ruth Graham, they had a signing for me at a library, and I got there and the parking lot was packed and my heart started racing, and then I realized it was all just people using the library.
And nobody was coming for
Nobody
you.
came for me.
Talk about the main character in this book, Kay Scarpetta, who is, you know, the heart of things, why people love your novels.
You know, she's such a fun character to work with. I never get bored with her. She's a medical examiner. She's a forensic sleuth. She's a wonderful Italian cook. She sort of takes care of everybody, her little dysfunctional, you know, family. But if there's a case, no matter how impossible, this woman is relentless, and she's going to find the answer that everybody else misses.
You basically, with this series of books, kind of created the whole craze for forensics. I mean, I think most people will agree with that at this point. Do you feel like you're sort of the mother of CSI?
Well, I do, and when I have to admit, when people started telling me about the show, because I sort of cornered the market on forensics back in the 90s, and I said, what happened? How did I miss that boat?
Right.
Yeah.
So, and I wish that the forensics was quite as Star Trekian as CSI, because the truth is we need so much more training in this country, and it's not really like I write about or we see on TV. I wish it were that good everywhere. But I think that what Scarpetta did was make forensic science and medicine accessible to people. So that made it possible for the entertainment industry to have a lot of fun with it.
And now there's so many entertainment shows, whether it's Bones or CSI, where there are these very attractive women forensic scientists, and there are great storylines. How did you come up with the idea of doing forensic science and then making it into a whole series?
Well, you know, I started out as a journalist after college, and they assigned me to the police beat. And I always asked the same question. I'd get to a homicide scene, and the body was gone. And I wanted to know, what did they do with this, and what is the body telling these people? I was just incredibly curious. So when I decided to try writing crime fiction, I started doing research, met a medical examiner, got to see a facility in the labs. This was way back in 1984, when they were just starting to talk about something called DNA and lasers. And I said, wow, this is the world I want to know.
I love DNA. Do your character, because it seems like Kay Scarpetta and Patricia overlap. I mean, there's a very poignant story that at the age of 5, your father left on Christmas Day, and you still remember that very vividly. And I just wonder the role that plays and who you are today.
Well, I think there is a parallel, because Scarpetta, when she was a little girl, her father was dying of cancer, and her earliest childhood memories are really being the one to take care of him. And my theory about her is that the reason she wants to take apart death and put it back together again is somehow it could undo his dying, because this was the enemy. This is what defeated her entire childhood. So she understands loss.
And the same for you.
I do understand loss, and hopefully it makes me a nicer person because I do.
Postmortem came out, the first book came out what year?
1990.
Yeah. I mean, I remember looking for a first edition of that book, and it was priced at $1,000. And this is a while ago, because it, you know.
Well, it's the first printing of only 6,000. So, you know, it got one bad book review, 6,000 copies, and I got $6,000 for it. And I was just grateful anybody wanted to publish me.
But now that you two know each other.
Yeah, so now Anthony was wondering, do you just happen to have one that he could have?
See, now there we go.
And we wouldn't be mad if you signed it either.
Okay.
Very nice to have you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.